I'm gonna attack. Give everything +1/+1. Flash in a demi to make things indestructible. He's double blocking everything, but we're making everything indestructible, so... Alright, so a demi. Sacrifice. This is why we've got the tech. This is the tech. Be like that, yep. And they scoop it up. What's going on, everybody? It's me, Severin7, and today I'm bringing you some Selesnya Rabbits. And here it is, rabbits and stuff. Now, couple of quick things. After I actually played all the games with this and recorded it, I realized that Power Dragon also made a Selesnya Rabbits video today, same day as me. So I went back and re-recorded this deck tech just to shout him out that he came up with, you know, adding Tyran Tusk and a demi first, but I did not copy him. I did come up with this idea on my own, but I don't want people thinking that I just went to Power Dragon's channel and ripped him off. My list is not the same as his. His list is a little bit different than mine, but make sure you go check out Power Dragon. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into the deck list. So we're playing Rabbits, and Rabbits has always been a pretty good strategy, but I feel like it's even better right now. As I said, I already played through the games with this and was very, very impressed with it, but we'll save the win rate for the end of the video. So I know the deck is strong and I know it performed well for me. We've got 4 Paw Patch Recruits and 4 Valley Might Callers in the 1-drop slot, which I really like. I only played the 8 1-drops just because I wanted to be able to run, you know, a few of the Restless Prairies and things like that. So having too many 1-drops limits the amount of things we can do in the later game as well. And I really like the fact that adding Tyran Tusk Unwisely Awoken to the list allows our Valley Might Callers to get pumped by his ability. It also allows us to run a couple of Raccoons in the list that wouldn't normally get pumped by the Valley Quest Callers. So that lets us play some Keen-Eyed Curators and some Scrap Shooters to help deal with graveyards and to help deal with artifacts and enchantments while keeping big bodies on the field and letting us still be able to pump those up with anthems. But having Tyran Tusk in the list just lets us have 8 anthems in the list for our rabbits, which is alone really great. Not to mention we're adding a couple copies of a demi of the Silk Shoots to the list. I've already played this on the channel a few times. It's a fantastic card. I just can't help slapping this into any creature-based deck that's running white, because being able to just give everything hexproof and indestructible for 1 mana is super great, and it's an aggressively costed creature, and you can give it flying for 1 mana too. So other than that, we're just playing the typical Valley Quest Callers, Burrow Guard Mentors, and Hop Tuits, as well as a couple copies of Warren Warleader for the late game, and then removal just Sheltered by Ghosts. We're very aggressive. We're just planning on beating the opponent down before they have time to do anything we care about removing, and it works. It's really good. So I hope that you enjoy these games. I had a fantastic recording with this, and you'll be impressed with the results. So unlike some of my fellow colleagues, I actually put these decks through 30 games each before I show them to you, so this will be an actual testament to the deck strength. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe button if you enjoyed this content, and let's get into those games. All right, Wabbit season. Let's go. This looks fine to me. Opponent's going first, but this looks good. Hopefully we find some painless lands at some point, but maybe the Sheltered by Ghost can help us make up for that a little bit. Swiftwater Cliffs, huh? Let's get down Might Caller here. Rabbit. That's not a Wabbit. That's because it's not just Wabbits. It's other stuff too. Marauding Mako. So it's looking like it's probably like some variant of a VV deck. Yep, Proseidetic Memory, alright. We've got Scrap Shooter to get rid of that. There's a painless land. We're gonna go an Offspring Recruit here. Get 2 counters on the Might Caller. Start protecting our stuff. And then we can either quest caller or scrap shooter, depending. So looks like my best play is going to be to quest caller, slap another sheltered on Might Caller, get rid of Vivi. And now he basically will never be able to target this Might Caller. Ward 4. Opponent's already at 4. This is going well. Rabbits are still good, man. Although I definitely think that the new additions from Omen Paths help, even though we haven't seen them yet. Spider Boar is pretty sweet. Because unlike Quest Caller, it actually pumps the Might Caller as well, so. Opponent just gives up. And it's like, I didn't get to do anything. And the rope runs out. And we smash and crash. GG. I found my next opponent and it's at well 30. We're gonna play some Wabbits. There he is, Tarantusk. There we go, let's go. Oh, this cavern though, we have to put it on Rabbit. But it's just like, Tarantusk is so great though because... So we put the cavern on Rabbit, that'll let us cast both the Rabbits in our hand at least. And we'll just have to hope we find some colored lands for the Tarantusk and the Scrap Shooter later. But what's cool is Tarantusk hits everything else that Quest Caller doesn't. So like Quest Caller doesn't hit the frog that's in the deck, and it doesn't hit the raccoons. So like we can play Scrap Shooters now, and these will also get buffed by the Tarantusk, and it's just pretty sweet. And it also lets it, oh, that was a good draw. We want green. Quest Caller first. But it's nice because it pumps the frog and it pumps a demi, because we do have a couple copies of a demi in the list to help protect us from board clears. So that extra ability to pump things is quite nice. Second green is awesome. Blue-white. Is it blue-white control? I think I'm just gonna pass. See what he does. It is control most likely, because he's on a 2-turn clock right now as it is. Three blind mice? What? Okay, well let's blow that up. Get in. Whatever he's doing, I don't want him doing it with that. And then hopefully we don't get board cleared here. If we do, it's just the news. I mean, we have an okay follow-up. Of course. Of course we get board cleared. Alright, so let's play Tarantusk. Get a food, and then we'll pass and plan on flashing in a demi. And that way, even if he wipes the board again, we still have a 3-2 that we can give flying. Caretaker's talent, sure. Try to resolve a demi. See if he has a counter here. He does not, but he does have removal, it looks like. Okay, that could be worse. Let's put counters, hopefully, on Tarantusk. We found a land. Oh my gosh, okay. That didn't go well. Very poor luck there. Okay. Well, a demi was a great draw. We're gonna push through this. Sure. Goodness gracious, the amount of lands we're drawing is ridiculous. I'm not even running 24. I have more lands than my opponent. Like, available. Like, I'm holding on to two. Overlord of the Hotwoods, but he casts it with Impending, which I guess makes sense because I can just fly over it anyway, so he's conserving mana to try to find an answer. He's dead to my fish, though, now because he had to use the starting town. All right. GG. Got there through the control and all the board wipes. Sir Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno. Don't have a white mana currently. I think I'm gonna mulligan this. This feels better. I think we put back a Paw Patch Recruit here. Get down a Paw Patch Recruit. Even with just 2 lands, this is a pretty solid start. So Thundering Falls, so another Izzet deck. Let's get down Quest Caller. Just having 8 Anthem effects is so great. Like Cross-Eidetic Memory, sure. Let's go ahead and play. I'm gonna play Mentor here just to get a bigger body on the field, and that way the Tarantusk is even better next turn. I think Tarantusk actually makes it lethal next turn if he doesn't have anything here. It's just everything makes everything bigger, you know, like so many Anthem effects. These guys grow for each creature on the battlefield. There's just so much redundancy in growing all these little rabbits into huge threats. I love this deck. Steam Core Scholar, sure. So we are going to have to Sheltered by Ghost that instead of playing Tarantusk. Hushwood Verge is good. We will put the Sheltered on Quest Caller. Bye-bye Scholar. Smack the opponent for almost lethal. And that'll do it. GG. Deck is good. Level 0. The Bargler. Congrats on the Bargler achievement. That was a tough achievement to get. Opponent goes first. We got a good hand though. I think we play Multiversal Passage on green. Second Recruit is nice because we can play that right after either Mentor or Tarantusk. I think we play Mentor first. Because Mentor just adds more damage to the battlefield quicker. Starting town. Well, now I kind of want to play Might Collar and Paw Patch Recruit, but let's play Mentor. Get in for 2. Swamp for the opponent. Unholy Annex. We are going to have to worry about a board clear, so I don't want to like overcommit. Well, let's get rid of the Annex. This gives us a pretty good board presence. I don't like letting them draw a card, but they're going to draw another card next turn with it anyway, and at least now we're not worrying about taking damage from it. And if they have a board clear here, then we can still follow up with a Might Collar and a Paw Patch Recruit Offspring, and that gives us a pretty solid recovery board. And then we can play Tarantusk to pump all that up. I think he's just dead, though, if he doesn't either wipe the board or remove some stuff here, though. Like, if he just kind of does nothing. Slasher. And a Duress, which does nothing, because we have nothing in our hand to hit. And he scoops. GG. Nice. Who is my opponent? It's ASM88. Let's go. Play some Wabbits. This looks fine to me. We play Burrow Guard into Hop to it into Tarantusk and go ham. Opponent's going first. And this is a little slow, but we'll see. Definitely a reasonable hand at the very least. So starting town first. Such interesting art. Cross-eidetic memory. Another, well, is it? I'm not used to seeing this much is it on the best of one ladder. What's going on today? What is this, my third is it deck since I've started recording? This one seems a little better though. Their land base is a lot more on point than the other two. So we'll see if they hit us with a Tirsa here or something. Nope, just Winter Night Stories, flat out. Oh, Vivi's in the yard. That's a problem. I think we name Rabbit because we have green for Tarantusk. I think I'm going to play Might Collar and Burrow Guard Mentor. And just try to go way over the top of whatever they do next turn with Hop to it. They shouldn't be able to go nuts this turn because they still have to play. Well, they have the Cauldron, okay. But that only lets them make 2 mana this turn, so I can get rid of the Cauldron before they do any serious damage. They're gonna get rid of the Might Collar. They haven't drawn any cards this turn. A Braid, sure. Ooh, I should probably Scrap Shooter it, right? That's better than Sheltered. Still grows both creatures big enough to attack over. Opponent goes down to 10. See what he does here. Casts another Winter Night Story, so he can... the Mako is going to be huge by the end of this, but we can just shelter it. Because he's going to get to put counters for the discards and the draws. So it's like doubled up. It's pretty sweet. But he's only got 1 mana available. Well, he should have a land drop this turn, unless he already played one. I think he still has a land drop. Gonna bounce. I mean, if you bounce something, you bounce the Might Caller. Yeah. Big Mako. Beautiful. Recruits. Shelter. Eat the Mako. Smack him for 8. And that should pretty much do it. It shouldn't be super easy for him to get out of this. Even if he can remove the Mentor, it's going to take his entire turn and he gets a 1/1 out of it. Quantum Riddler, sure. Winter Night Stories, yep. If he draws a Cauldron and he can discard a Vivi here, he might be able to cause some problems for us. No Vivi. That should be game then. It's crazy to me though that from this point he could go absolutely ham. Like if he'd just gotten lucky enough to discard a Vivi and play a Cauldron, like he'd be able to dump his entire hand probably. Opponent scoops it up though. GG. I'm ready. Balthox. Let's go. Let's go. This hand is slow. This hand is better, but I guess we'll put back Warren Leader. Like we can't cast Burrowguard either, but we're way closer to casting Burrowguard than Leader, so at least with this hand we have some 1-drops and a Tyran Tusk we can cast. Llanowar Elves, sure. Nice that Tyran Tusk actually pumps the Might Caller, which is cool. Mossborn Hydra. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, this is not going well. We're getting stuck on lands, so we're just gonna have to hope that he can't go crazy. Bristly Bill. This might be our first loss, yeah. My only real hope is that I don't think there's anything I can top deck actually. Sheltered needs white mana, which we don't have, so I would need a white mana and a sheltered. I don't think there's anything I can draw to kill him on the backswing. Another Mentor was not it. Oh well, finally lost one. 11-0 before we lost a single game with this deck though. And it was to mana screw basically. Like, I think if we'd actually drawn a white mana, we might have had a shot, maybe. We're ready! Ashfield. Opponent's going first. This is okay. Hopefully we draw a 1-drop. That would be nice. Timeline Crawler. Mono black aggro. You got it. Green tapped. swamp for the opponent in case of the stash skeleton. I think we just plan on flashing in a demi. When it gets in with the skeleton. Sunset Saboteur. Play a demi. I'm gonna play Mentor here. And no attacks. Save the hexproof just in case. Well, I guess I'm gonna sacrifice it so he can't do that again. Forsaken Miner, sure. Hexproof actually a problem because he can't put counters on my stuff. That was actually annoying. Keen-Eyed Curator, let's Sheltered by Ghosts, the Mentor, hit the Saboteur, discard the extra Terran Tusk, get in for 3, gain some life back. Opponent not having a lot of mana, so they can't really target the Beauregard Mentor. Opponent gets in with the Skelly. Okay, so sorcery, breacher. Let's go like this. Get some counters when he targets our stuff. Feels good, and then we can Terran Tusk to pump it all up. Get in. Opponent has something they can do. They have some kind of removal or something. Or maybe it's like a sacrifice and draw effect or something. I feel like they would have tried to get rid of the Curator before the Paw Patch resolved if it was removal. I don't see any other activated abilities that could be holding priority right now. I'm curious what it is. What is it, opponent? What do you have? Tell me. Tell me. That just happened to me last game, and I didn't salty rope anybody. I did not salty rope because that's not a nice thing to do. They're gonna. This will be the second salty rope of this recording if they don't at least play out the end of the game here. All right, salty roping is over. They can't do anything anymore. Is it really still gonna give them priority? Oh, I'm just trying to end this game. I wasn't even gonna play anything. I was just gonna attack. GG. There we go. All right. It's Jada. Jada. We get to go first. We got good cards in our hand. I will keep. You would almost think we're playing raccoons this game. Valley Might Caller. I love the art. This just big buff frog with an axe. Oh goodness, it's a mirror match. I have to play this on white. Because I don't have a way to produce white otherwise, so I can put the cavern on raccoon since I have 3 raccoons in my hand. It's the mirror match. but we've got the raccoon half of our deck. Thankfully, Tusk works great on raccoons. Oh, he's not gonna like this. He can get in if he wants. No, okay. I could play War Leader here. No, we're gonna scrap shoot. Blow up his Sheltered by Ghost. Get another scrap shoot back. Grow the Might Caller twice. Get in for 5. Forest for the opponent. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen a rabbit deck other than the one I'm playing in like weeks on the ladder, so it's kind of ironic to see a mirror match the day I play it. But see, this is where Tusk is really good, because like these scrap shooters would not be getting buffed by Valley Quest Caller, but Tusk does boot the... Okay, another... Okay, so he's gonna do that and get his Might Caller back, but it's a little too late because like he can't just not do anything here. He's got to block a little bit, or not. Maybe he's got Hop to it and he's just confident that's going to be enough. I've got Restless Prairie next turn, so everything is going to get +2/+2 on attack. So even with Hop to it, like, still pretty confident that we've got this. Beauregard Mentor, sure. Gonna get a Scry on. Doesn't have any more white mana though, so can't be Hop to it. He could Offspring like a... Yeah, Pop Hatch. And that is good. It's tempting to just attack with these 3. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play Keen-Eye Curator. I'm going to attack. Give everything +1/+1. Flash in a Demi to make things indestructible. And his Mentor... will die. He's double blocking everything, but we're making everything indestructible, so... Alright, so a Demi... Sacrifice... This is why we've got the tech. This is the tech. You like that, yep. And they scoop it up. This is why the Tusk Demi package makes this deck so much better, in my opinion. GG. All right, and we're back for the post-game wrap. So we played 30 games with the deck, 73% win rate. I had an insane win streak with it during the recordings, 6-0, and then another 5-0 during the recordings with only a couple of losses there. All in all, 22-8, absolutely crushing it on the ladder. The new additions felt great. Tusk was really good. The food came up a lot more than I thought it would. Just that extra 3 life later on in the game, keeping us alive long enough to you know, get those last points of damage in on our opponents. A Demi felt great in the list, just absolutely crazy. Being able to protect our board in a lot of cases where a board wipe would have lost us the game. And just being able to add a couple of raccoons to the list, and Scrap Shooter and Keen-Eye Curator felt great. It was really nice to have those larger bodies, so that you're not so dependent on the wideness of the board. And in one of the mirror matches in the videos, we drew almost all of our raccoons and our Demi, and we beat the mirror match that way. And Tusk is just really great because he actually pumps the raccoons and he pumps the Valley Might Callers, which is super sweet. So Great deck, absolutely worth trying out if you haven't already. Just another shout out to Power Dragon for coming up with the video, or coming up with the idea of adding Taran Tusk and Ademi to the list first. But just again, I just want to clarify that I had not seen his video when I started making this. I am not in the business of copying people. It just happened to be a coincidence. So I hope that you guys will understand that. And I hope that he doesn't see this somehow and think that I'm ripping him off. But regardless, I'm shouting him out just to be safe. So please make sure you check his channel out as well if you haven't. And thank you so much for checking out mine. If you liked it, please hit the like button and the subscribe button. And let's get to 2,000 subscribers. I'll catch you in the next one.